Welcome back, friends, family, subscribers, people that love to watch people make messes and paintings and etc. I thought I would make a video of how I prep my canvases and seal my canvases with varnish. So these are two that I've recently done. I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago. 3 to 4 weeks ago. I always let my paintings cure for at least 2 weeks. So after 2 weeks, you can wash them off and varnish them. I usually just use baby wipes. That's simple for me. And then on paintings that I have used silicone on, I use a little bit of Dawn dish soap and some water on here, and I'll use these wipes. But these did not have any silicone in them. I used the swipe technique with Australian Floetrol. So I will wipe those down really good. And then this is what I use. Liquitex Professional Gloss Varnish. And then I'll put 2 coats of this on. Once now, and then I'll wait 3 hours, put on another coat of this. And then the last coat will be high gloss varnish from Liquitex. So same thing, but a high gloss. So I only put 3 coats on, and I put 1 coat on every 3 hours because you want to make sure they're completely dry before you put the next coat on. If not, they'll get really sticky. And what I use, what I have found to be the easiest, quickest, best, less of a hassle use instead of using a sponge brush or your fingers or whatever, I just take this is a car washing sponge. I cut it in half, and I put a piece of knee-high, I think, or pantyhose or something on it. And I keep it in a sealed Ziploc bag because you want to be able to keep it fresh. You don't want it to dry out or get too much. I even have this on there from leaving it out the other day a little bit. But you don't want it to get where it's going to peel and things like that. And after a few uses, I like to go ahead and get a new one. So I think I paid $2, and I already used the other sponge up, and this is the second half. So that'll be used next. But first I start by wiping them down really good. Like I said, if I'm not doing anything that has silicone in it, if I was, I would go ahead and put some Dawn and some warm water on this rag and then use it, because you don't want to use a regular rag that leaves any kind of film or any kind of lint. So I wouldn't use a wash rag or anything like that. I'd use a disposable wipe. And if you're doing these and you notice, paint's coming off, like when you go to get all the dust off of it and wipe it down really good, and you notice, hey, there's a bunch of paint coming off, well, then it's not ready. It's not been cured long enough. And I would say just put it back on the shelf for another few days or a week. And that's what I do. And then I throw that away. I never reuse the same one on a different painting. These are little 10 by 10s. I wanted to actually either give these or sell them away. Sell them together as 4. I did a blue one, a green one, this orange and yellow and pink, and then this purple one here. But all you do is you go through it really good, and don't be afraid to scrub it off. I always make sure that my paintings are signed. I always sign them down at the right hand bottom. I always just put my initials, SJM, and I always make sure that they have a stamp on the back. So I put a stamp of my studio. Even if someone else comes into my studio and makes something else, I always stamp it. So even my grandkids, their pictures will have my stamp on the back, even the ones they did. So, but you want to go ahead and wipe these off really good. Don't be afraid to press down and scrub them off, and then get them really clean. Make sure they don't have any dust, dirt, or anything like that on them. And there's that one. And then some people let them dry. I do not. I just get, it's not a paper towel, but it's these, like, they're kind of like cloth towels. And I use these because they're a little thicker and they're more clothy and they don't leave lint. So, and I just make sure that these are dried off. Again, signed here in the right bottom, stamped, and ready to be varnished. I think yesterday I varnished, sheesh, 17 pictures, something crazy like that. And this is just a lid off of a container, like a big Tupperware container that I used to put small pictures in to let them dry before I bought my shelves. So I just use that because you can get paint on it, you can get the varnish on it, no biggie. And the pictures won't stick to it. So that's another thing, I like that. Now I did use the same one to dry them off. They're both small, no paint's really coming off of them. So there is that. Now, to varnish them, I'll do this purple one first. What I do is I just open this lid, and I go through this stuff. I ordered it on Amazon, and I want to say I paid maybe $20 or $28 for that. Just want to put a little bit on there. And then I scrub that as well. I go around in a circular motion, getting all the corners in the middle good. And then I'll take this and go one way. And I'll go the opposite way on the next layer. And then since it's a 10 by 10, I can just hold it in my hand and go around the edges real good. And then to do the last edge, just put it down like that and do that. And then I just stick it right back on there. And then same way with this one, just add a little bit of that and rub it into it real good. I think these are both gallery, nope, not gallery. I don't know why they're heavy. They seem gallery wrapped. And then I'm going to go this way. And then the next round, I will go the opposite way. I will go this way. And then I'll do the edges real good. Like that. If you hear people screaming, it's just the street fair. Street fair is going on. 2 streets over, but it sounds like it's right in the front yard. And then I'll do this side here. And then put it right there. And then I'll put this back in here to keep it moist so it doesn't dry out. Seal her up. And then you're ready for the next one. And then I'll take this into a room where I can lay them out and let them dry. I put them on a shelf. So that is how I do my, I wanted to show you on small ones. Smaller is easier. You get larger ones and you have to, you know, be careful how you set it on the table and make sure how you lift it underneath because you don't want to smear this or smudge it or because it gets real sticky. So like I said, just rub it in really, really good and then either go one way or the other. And then the next coat, do the opposite. You know, if you can remember. So anyway, there that is. I want to thank you for joining me, and until the next video, God bless you guys.